Valley Club, the holidays are right around the corner. Normally, there's a lull in Marvel Strike Force after the holidays, but we haven't even reached the full holiday season yet. The new year is not even here yet, and there's something off right now. Maybe it's a lack of resources, maybe it's a lack of content, maybe it's all these things, but I'm gonna talk about what is going on in the game, and we're gonna answer your mailbag questions. And if you're ready for all of it, you want to do Valley Club, find that like button and let's go smash it. And welcome back to the ValleyFlyin channel. I'm ValleyFlyin. I hope you're having an excellent day despite the lack of content, meaningful content in Marvel Strike Force, and the lack of rewards and the lack of resources and all that stuff. If you get some value from the video today, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, ring the notification bell so you know as soon as a brand new Marvel Strike Force video goes up. Good, bad, we are putting at least 5 Marvel Strike Force videos every single week on this channel. Let's jump into the game because the Thunderstrike raids are here, and I was looking forward to this. There are some difficult nodes which I like, but for me, these difficult nodes are locked behind a Thunderstrike difficulty, which requires gear tier 20 for your character. So I can't even do the hard content. I got to do this easy stuff. And then for players that are not level 105, this stuff seems way too hard. There's a post on Reddit that is getting some traction right now. So let's go over to Reddit to see what they're saying, what the community is saying about this. Scopely, who thought the Thunderstrike raid was better than a Scourge? It really blows my mind that once again, Scopely managed to ruin another PvE mode. Let's be clear. The Scourge for Quasar was not great because the rewards were not appealing. I did like the challenge of trying to get through the nodes with like the worst possible characters, try to get the highest score with that. But the rewards were pretty lacking. Blastar, things got much better. For the first time that Scourge was run and it was fun. I still don't know why Scourges are not the same as the previous pre-Annihilus red legendaries. The new legendaries release ways sucks. I guess because what they did was try to change it so that everyone gets the legendary for free, and then you're gonna compete for red stars and compete for awakened abilities. So I don't know, maybe it was more fun the old way, maybe going back to grinding for legendaries, having to unlock characters for legendaries. But yeah, something does feel off about some of these characters. I do like it with Scourges, but some of the rest of the resources that we're getting seems very, very late. Now we get Thunderstrike, who Scopely has been giving shards like candy to spenders everywhere. So I guess the Scourge, like it was for Blastar, are not an option. 95% of players don't care about this character. Yeah, Blastar, and my Blastar was not doing enough damage. He is gear tier 20, and he is ISO 8 level 5, and he still was not doing much. He was a 7 red, 7 gold. Just not enough damage, not enough survivability. Seems like a very weak character. Thunderstrike seems like it's gonna make Blastar a little bit better, but man, with the way that Blastar's performing, I'm not sure if I really want to go crazy for Thunderstrike, especially because he's like a hybrid character and doesn't seem like he's gonna be useful in arena or the raids, but in other game modes, PvP game modes should be there. So let's introduce this Thunderstrike raids. Most popular, the worst raid ever added to the game, and I would agree with that. The easy stuff for endgame players is way too easy. The harder stuff, the Thunderstrike difficulty, like I said, I can't do it because I don't have enough gear tier 20 characters, and there's been a pinch on gear tier 20. Normally they do hamstring a lot of the most recent gear, and the most recent gear is the gear tier 20. We should be getting gear tier 21 within a few months, which is confusing to me why that the gear tier 20 has not been released at large to the community. I unlocked Professor X months and months and months ago, and I still don't have the majority of my characters at gear tier 20. So something feels off about this entire release to me, but maybe it's just me on this Reddit poster that it feels off to. Most possibly worst raid ever. Nodes that are almost impossible with no option for heals, and I think that's a combination of this thing. Some of these floors, especially the boss nodes, the normal nodes, they seem pretty fun if you can enter them, but the boss nodes is a little more challenging than people think, and I think the design behind that was to have our alliance team up on the bosses, but I don't know, that combined with a lack of heals just does not seem, doesn't make it the most fun, doesn't make it the most fun to push for. Yeah, if you make a mistake, you're screwed. With a boss node, it seems almost impossible. You need to bring Thunderstrike and he dies. You can no longer hit again. Enemies with 150 speed, etc., etc. Who designed this raid? Seriously. This was awful, like really, really awful. At least with Scourges, you have your packs, difficulty. You can try as many times as you want. You might not get all the rewards you want, but at least you could try and play it. Yeah, you could try doing different difficulties. You could try to min-max based on where your characters are. You could try and see it going in again. Now, you do have a bunch of energy that you could use on the Thunderstrike raids. But if you complete a node, accidentally quit out instead of retreating, well, you're stuck for the next 2 days. And it's just bad design. I was looking forward to it. I was looking forward to the challenge, and there is some challenge that I like. And I think what I would like as far as this, the boss is super hard. What I would like is if this raid comes back, and it would feel good if it comes back, the characters are stronger, and then I'm able to beat the boss. But there's no indication if the raid is going to come back or not. If you make a mistake, you need to run the whole thing again. Scourges are fun. This raid is the opposite of fun. And this is opinion from this poster, but I think I agree with this opinion. Do you agree with this opinion or not? I was really looking forward to this. I thought this would be the content for this week, but I guess not. We have the Thunderstrike raids, we have a Return of Battle World, which for some of the nodes are pretty auto-y, and I guess that's all we have. No towers, no danger rooms, nothing else going on this week. Yes, this is of course my opinion. Not a single person in my alliance like this raid. Maybe the internet surprised me, but I think almost all we agree this raid is the worst. So let me know your thoughts on this raid. My thoughts are pretty similar to this. I wanted some hard content. Can't do the hard content unless I put gear tier 20 on the characters, or I get very easy content with very minimal weak rewards. I do not like this. This is not fun. I don't like being locked out of the difficult content, the puzzles that I want to solve. Yeah, I mean, for myself, I just throw it on normal and it's auto, except for these bosses. These bosses are challenging, but like I said, if this is only gonna run for these 6 days, only 3 times and never return, then what's the point of making the boss that hard? It is very, very demoralizing to face the content and you just get smashed over and over. And going in would get kind of a sacrifice, using your best team, not even taking any turns and not even doing any damage. Maybe one of your alliance mates will be able to finish it, but that is pretty much all you're doing. And for myself and my account, I'm lacking a lot of resources. Now I do have some gold. When they switched over the Blitz orbs to remove gold, I spent all those supply credits and got I think I've had about 170 million gold. So over the past couple weeks, spent about 50 million gold. Don't have enough training mats to build up my characters, which is why there's no reason to me to build up Wolfsbane. I can't even build up this team, this immortal weapons right now, because I don't have the resource. I can't even build this character to level 100. Can't even build this character to level 100. So I can't even get any gear tier 19 on these characters because of my lack of training mats. And just we're kind of I feel like I'm in a standstill in this game right now. There's nothing to really progress right now, and there's not a lot of fun content to do, and there's no reason to really progress, or I feel there's no reason to really push for these raids because I'm still gonna have very little gear tier 20 pieces, very little options, and that having to build the specific characters, not really build the characters that I want, the characters that are needed for this raids does not feel fun. I like theory crafting. I like the ability to choose the direction I want to build my roster and not have it prescribed to me like it feels like in this game, and it feels like it's been like that for a while in this game. So I don't know, am I alone? Are you also feeling this lack of progress, lack of resources, lack of fun content to play? Feels like the game is in a really bad place right now. Normally around the holidays, the game does feel like this, but normally it's after the holidays. Usually we get bombarded with a bunch of the content right before Christmas and New Year's, but it seems like it's been that way for a while. Maybe it's that shift in their philosophy. Maybe they'll shift it back next year to a more fun experience, and maybe they're making more money this way. Maybe they won't shift it back, but hopefully they want to please a lot of the players, and we have way more fun that's coming. But as of right now, it just doesn't seem well. But on to your mailbag questions, and big shout out to each and every one of you that despite where Marvel Strike Force is right now, leaving a question, getting some answers for this. And if you want to leave a question for one of the future mailbag videos, make sure you join the Discord. Go to the mailbag question channel and ask your question there. First question: is it fair value to heal my characters? And this is the power cores that's needed for your heals. Millions and millions of power cores. What is this? 2 billion. That's 2 billion power cores for this heal. And I think Pathfinder did say that was kind of their way around this thing. They said that healing with power cores is disabled. I guess they couldn't fully disable it, so they just made it cost like an insane amount. One of the things that's gone is the healing. So you make one mistake on the run and it's done for a few days. It's not the most fun experience in my opinion. But questions, are we starting to get releases faster than normal Thunderstrike raids? So as far as releases, normally they wait about 10 days between characters, and I feel like they've been holding off. You know, Wolfsbane, before Wolfsbane was Steel Serpent, and I feel that there was about 10 days. Obviously we could go back and look at the exact numbers. Before Steel Serpent, I feel there's about 10 days between the Swordsmaster. So I do feel that they're releasing the characters around the same pace, but it feels like they're coming faster, maybe because we don't have as much gold, maybe because we don't have as much training mats. Usually at some point in the game, I'm either missing training mats or gold. Right now it's training mats, but I know a lot of people are missing gold and missing resources to build up your character. So I think that may be the reason for feeling like these characters are coming fast. Just we don't have resources to build up, or at least I don't have resources to build up my characters. I mean, I'm on like two teams ago, not even on a current team. I have no reason to build up the new mutants because I can't even build up the last team. So, and they're not a raid team either. So I am an end game player. Thunderstrike raids can't keep all the resources or teams. Me either. I'm an end game player, always seems resource poor. Before I had at least enough to keep my level my recent teams. Yeah, and for me, that would give me incentive to buy these recent characters, the new characters, to build them up, have fun with them. But even if I spent money on Wolfsbane, she'd just be sitting at the bottom of my roster with no gold, no training mats to build her up. So I don't know, maybe they're making a lot more money from the high-end players, but I have spent almost very little. There's no reason to really unlock characters since they made this shift. Does not feel good to me. Valley, I have a new team question. Are new mutants skippable or not? Because I skipped a curse last time because our Cosmic Crucible team for one. New mutants look like a Cosmic Crucible / war team. You're not going to use them in raids because raids have very specific callouts, and if you don't have one of those callouts, well, you're not using those characters in the raids. The arena, well, they're not going to fit into arena meta, so it looks like they're just for Cosmic Crucible, maybe have some value extended to war. So if you're not really into the PvP game modes, well, you can skip them, I think. I don't think they're going to have a lot of value outside of them. Maybe they'll have some specific callouts for Battle World. Maybe they'll do some towers that require that team. Normally they try to do that for teams to entice you to buy them. Danger Room, sometimes they do that as well, but they do seem skippable. I mean, talking about content, even this mysterious rift, I was looking forward to this. I thought this would be very, very challenging. I was kind of happy that the Immortal Weapons rift was pretty challenging. There was two that were weirdly tuned, but it felt good to get through this. This was just full auto. So no content for these guys. Negative Zone is returning content. So if you've already built up your vigilantes from months ago, we're still lacking content here. We're getting a fully auto Negative Zone Harbinger here. I guess your Thunderbolts as well. But yeah, this is all returning content, so no real new puzzles to solve this week. Hey, Valley, hope you and your family are doing well. You as well, my brother, and the rest of Valley Club. I hope you guys are having a safe holiday season right now. But I unlocked Professor X last week. Congratulations. That is a pretty big milestone in the game right now. Any word of more red stars coming for him? Hope you and your family have a great Christmas. Nah, I got a few red stars during his initial release, but didn't unlock him fast enough. Only have 4 red stars on him right now, so kind of missing his full power for Arena and some of the other characters that I'm facing in the PvP content. But I am wondering this myself, that it may be a year, maybe 2 years. The devs have not really been consistent in releasing red stars or diamonds or awakened abilities, or with a lot of their releases. I think they should have really made a lot more accessibility for the Gear Tier 20 pieces, but they haven't done that either. So not sure what they're gonna do with any of this stuff. Let's move on to the next question. Yeah, I don't think the game is in a good place right now. The game's actually in a pretty bad place, in my opinion. It's from a fun and resource perspective. All right, you lucky mix. Yeah, congratulations on the Professor X. I still have 3 characters to go. You are almost there, my brother. Almost there. Hey, Valley, just 2 questions. Sorry to ask the first, but what happened to the weekly news with a guest? And second, what do you think of the Thunderstrike Awakening abilities? Are they worth getting? We'll go look at them, but as far as building up your characters, Gear Tier 20, I don't think it's worth it from that perspective. As far as the weekly news update, that's always been my most stressful video for some reason. I don't know. I guess because I'm recording with a guest, we have a specific time. So I'm like, all right, I have to get everything done by that time. But I've been busy with the holidays and everything, all the trips, and that in conjunction with really not a lot of content in the game. I feel bad, like, saying, hey, you want to record a video with me, and really don't have as much to talk about. So I don't know, maybe I'll just push through and we'll talk with someone this week, have someone on the news, because I love talking to someone about Marvel Strike Force. I don't know, I feel like there's not a lot of positive things to talk about in the game. It's pretty lacking as far as content. Once in a while we get some fun stuff, but it's maybe once a week, if that, and then we wait till the next week to see if we get something fun. So hopefully, I'll see if I could collab with someone this week, because it is fun to talk about, and it's good to get different perspectives. You know, I was thinking my perspective in the game, it's not the right thing, but I always have my perspective. So it's good to get some outside perspectives. And sometimes if I get some new information, my perspective changes. Sometimes it stays the same based on new information. The Thunderstrike Awakening abilities. Let's actually look at Thunderstrike in the game. But we got 3 of them here. So the first one, the basic, is gonna add more damage to the primary and secondary targets, an additional bleed, Cosmic Crucible offense, reduce the duration of regeneration on primary and adjacent targets by 2. All right, so the basic is okay, not a big game changer. I think the big one is this ultimate here. Let's see if it's the ultimate or the passive here on Cosmic Crucible offense. So just in Cosmic Crucible offense, defense, this awaken ultimate is going to do nothing. But for this attack, reduces duration of all positive effects on all enemies by 2. So if they have like an immunity or a safeguard or something, could expire on that. Cosmic Crucible offense. If the primary target is the villain, steal up to 2 ability energy from the primary target. That is very, very big. Not allowing them to do their ultimate or special right on time. On Cosmic Crucible offense, target is a hero, apply ability block instead. So this is a great one, but only for Cosmic Crucible offense. And this passive is only for Cosmic Crucible offense as well. So all of these awaken abilities, which you have to build up characters for gear tier 20, it's only gonna affect Cosmic Crucible offense. So I guess if you're super hardcore into Cosmic Crucible, it might be worth it for you to up your characters to gear tier 20, participate hard in these raids, get these awaken abilities. If not, the only thing it really looks like it affects is Cosmic Crucible offense. But with the passive, on Cosmic Crucible offense, the blaster is an ally. Until this character completes an enemy cannot feel speed bar from themselves, allies, or enemies. Does not apply to speed bar gain through normal means. So if blaster's not on the team, well, that first part of the pass is not going to do anything. On Cosmic Crucible offense, a Blaster is an ally. So again, second part, if Blaster is an ally. So if you're not going to pair Thunderstrike with Blaster, this passive is going to do nothing at all. If he's an ally, enemies cannot have their speed or resistance increase except by positive effects. So I would say no. It's not really worth pushing unless you're really related to Cosmic Crucible. I used to love Cosmic Crucible, but ever since they shifted it to the weekend, my interest in Cosmic Crucible has went down significantly. So yeah, I guess the only PvP mode I'm into right now is kind of Arena, and that's mainly for power cores. War, haven't really been into that, and Cosmic Crucible, it's not as fun on the weekends. The weekend is my family time. Like Saturday, didn't even do anything. I was just driving to soccer tournaments back and forth, didn't even have a chance to open up Discord, or very little chance to open up the game. So yeah, the weekends are busy for me. All right, and last question, fist bump, Blue Marvel out. Thank you, brother. Can we get a list of top 10 fastest characters in Marvel Strike Force? Well, there is a list on the Marvel Strike Force website of just the fastest characters, their base speed. Now, it's not going to take into effect their passives, the way their team synergy works. Sometimes teams get some speed bar right at the start, but if you just want to look at their base speeds, you could go to the website here. Let me move this over so that you can see the actual thing here. So now we go down here, and if you click on the stats table, it's going to take you to this section here where you can see the stats of all the characters. Let's move this up. And if we click on the speed, well, we could sort by speed. Drax is the slowest character in the game right now. But if we want the fastest character, well, just by their base speeds. Again, this does not take into account any of their passives or team synergy. Some of these characters' actual speed may be faster than their base speed, but Black Widow's still a fast character in the game. 155 speed, followed by Yo-Yo. Then Ronin, the Hawkeye version of Ronin, not the Kree Ronin. Diamond Hellstrom, 4th fastest character in the game right now. We also have Black Panther, Shuri, Hellcat, Red Hulk, and Superior Spider-Man, all with 133 speed. Black Cat has a 132, Blue Marvel also has a 132, and Songbird also has a 132. So those are the fastest characters in the game right now. But anytime you want to check out who has the fastest character, base speed or base health or base damage or any of their base stats, you could check out this stat table and you could base it on different stars. I guess this would be based on different stars. The speed would not change based on the star level or anything like that, but the other stats, the damage, the power, the health, all these other stats would change at these star levels, but you could choose whatever star level you want and see that. But speed is pretty easy to see. So hopefully that helps you in figuring out whatever you need to figure out for the speed. That's it, guys. I hope brighter times are ahead in Marvel Strike Force. It is kind of a lull that I feel in the game right now. Hopefully they increase the resources, increase the fun. I do want to have a reason to buy these new characters, but if I can't even build them up, have them be useful, there's no reason to spend money on these characters just to have them sit on the bottom of my roster table. So let me know, are you having fun in Marvel Strike Force? If not, what would be a way for them to increase the fun? Is it more resources? Is it more content? Is it more puzzles to solve? Is it challenging content that's so hard that you can't figure it out on the first one, or you don't have the roster to do it in the first one? Because I know it kind of sucks in the beginning, but for me, that is what's fun. I want content that I can't beat, and I can come back and later building my characters, and I'm like, oh, yes, this feels good because it's stronger now. I wasn't able to beat this, and now I can. Let me know what would fix the game for you, or at least make it more enjoyable for you right now. Or am I alone? And do you love the game right now and everything is great for you? Let me know down in the comments how you're feeling about Marvel Strike Force. If you got some value from the video today, leave the video a like. Check out some of the other videos on the channel. If you want to see the 10 best characters to farm right now in Marvel Strike Force, check out that video up there, and I will see you guys next time. Have a great rest of your day. Thanks for watching, guys. Happy holidays. Hulk fist bump, ValleyFlyin out.